Hey, what's going on, everybody? I wanted to make a quick video on KNS Precision Generation 2 Mod 2 anti-rotational pins for your AR15. These are the .154 diameter pins that are installed in this one. I believe if you're running a Rock River Arms 2-stage trigger, I believe you need a .1555, and for like the late model coats, I think it's a .170 diameter pin to fit in there. This is just the standard 1.154 pins. Really simple to install. I actually would have made a video of me installing it, but I'm using a cell phone here, so I'm using one hand, so I couldn't really show you. But really simple to install. When you get it, you get two Allen wrenches, brass point, the two actual hammer and trigger pins. These aren't it; they're installed, of course, but you'll get two stainless steel anti-rotational pins. The trigger pin, let's just say this is a trigger pin in it. The trigger pin will have threads on both ends, internal threads on both ends. And what you would do is you would take your brass point and install it into those internal threads of the trigger pin. Then you would go over, put your selector to fire, and then slowly lower your hammer up. Take that pin, that trigger pin with the brass point installed on it, and you would push your hammer pin halfway through the receiver. Not all the way through. Just push it halfway through the receiver. Then you would go down to your trigger pin with that point still installed. Push your trigger pin out. Push it all the way through. Push the KNS pin, the trigger pin, all the way through until it's flush, pushing your existing pin out. Get it nice and flush there. Then you would go over to your hammer pin, and their hammer pin, let's just say this is the hammer pin. Their hammer pin has two notches on both sides. It sort of looks like a little flathead on both sides. You would take your hammer pin and push it through, and you got to kind of wiggle your hammer on this to get it through. That way you can line up the holes. Push it through all the way through until you push out your hammer pin, and this is nice and even on both sides. Let me see. And you look over on the other side, and you have your brass point sticking out from earlier. So just take that off, the brass point that was on the trigger pin. And once both pins are in, you would of course take the little brace, and the brace will have these two notches. Or it'll just have a single notch on one of these. It'll have a notch for that little flathead part of the hammer pin to fit in, and you just put it over that notch and kind of orient it to or rotate it to line up with the trigger pin. Take your hex pins or your hex screws, which are included, and they do have a little bit of Loctite on it, blue Loctite. Take your hex screws, put them in, about screw them down like hand tight on both sides. Then take your two Allen wrenches, which are included, and put them in on both sides, and just kind of tighten them down at the same time. And they say you don't have to like gorilla tight them. All you gotta do is just snug them down real nice. There's two different kinds of braces. I got the skinny one, but they do have like a thicker version. You can see those on most like the POF receivers. the nice thick anti-rotation brace. But I just got the skinny ones because that's what they had at the gun store. They're really nice. You can see, real nice addition. Really simple to install. I got these. They're about $30 at the gun store that I bought it at. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. They do come in, I believe they come in 3 different colors as well. On their website, it says they come in black, dark earth, and OD green. So would have been kind of cool to put some dark earth ones on here, but I just went with the black. Well, that's all I wanted to show you guys. If you have any questions, just send me an email or send me a comment or whatever. And that's it, guys. Until next time. Laters.